YouTube. This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, let me correct something that I said recently. And I had the largest audible brain fart when I said this because I don't know how I forgot about this young man. I think I said in a recent video, can't remember whether it was on Too Raw for Sports or Too Raw for TV, but I said it. I said that Joel Embiid is the best shooting big man in history. When I say best shooting, I mean outside shooting. All right, that's not true. He may not be the best overall big man in the league, but when it comes to shooting the basketball, in my opinion, Karl Anthony Towns is the best shooting big man in history. A lot of people like to say I'm stuck in the past and I don't give players credit for today and all that crap and a whole bunch of lying bullshit. I call it like how I honestly see it. Karl Anthony Towns is the best shooting big man I have ever seen. Better than Joel Embiid, better than Olajuwon, better than Patrick Ewing, better than David Robinson, better than even guys like Jack Sikma, better than Rick Smits. Okay, better than any Bob McAdoo, Robert Parrish. I'm not saying he's better in the post. I'm not saying he has the greatest skill set. But when it comes to shooting the basketball, I have never seen a big man shoot like him. I would even venture to say that he's consistently better from shooting from three than Dirk Nowitzki. Last night it all came together for Karl Anthony Towns. He dropped 60 in a 149 after I believe 139 victory over the San Antonio Spurs. Now you could argue, the spacing and everything makes it easy to score, and I always make that point myself. But God damn it, I mean, it's there. I mean, look, Joel Embiid, up until about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, maybe, he was the leading MVP candidate. But that has evaporated quite some big. Look, this season, Joel Embiid is shooting 48.5% from the floor. Karl Anthony Towns is shooting over 52% from the floor. Joel Embiid shoots 36.6% from beyond the arc. Karl Anthony Towns shoots over 40% from beyond the arc, close to 41%. Better than Steph Curry is this year. Both shoot about 82% from the foul line. I really strongly believe that Karl Anthony Towns was to focus on improving and honing his free throw shot, his release and his routine. I think he can get up to 88, 89%. This is the best shooting big man I've ever seen in my life. Not the best overall big man. Don't miss my words. The best shooting big man. And he just won the three-point contest, the center in the history of the NBA to win the three-point contest. Center. Now, Dirk won it as a power forward, but this is the first time a center won it, and he had a remarkable performance. Um, on a serious note, yesterday was a sad day for Karl Anthony Towns because it marked the second anniversary of a sad day in his life when both his parents were admitted to the hospital suffering from, I'm not going to say the word I used to say because someone accused me of using a term unconsciously that was racist. So I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm just going to say the Rona. Okay, that's what a lot of people always say. So I'm just going to say the Rona. A person who's been subbed to me for years, who never comments and say good video, but for whatever reason, anymore. But they said that they found it offensive that I use that term. So I'm not going to use it anymore. But I am hurt that the person accused me of racism when, what I'm saying, I've always been fair. But it's all good. I can make the argument that the term Africanized bees is racist. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to be that grudge-hearted about it, why can't they say hybrid bees? Why it has to be Africanized and these bees are particularly violent and aggressive? You know, that's racist in my opinion. But you know what? I don't nitpick about bullshit like that. But anyway, just want to get that out there. 2 years ago, his parents were admitted to the hospital for suffering from Rona. And as we all know, his mother passed away from that. I don't know whether that was motivation, whether it's coincidence or not. I have no idea. But he had 32 points, I think, I believe it was the third quarter. 19 of 31 overall shooting, 15 of 16 from the foul line, and I believe he was 7 of 11 from downtown. So, big game for him, man. 60 points. This is the most points that first of all, it's an NBA season high, breaking the tie that LeBron James and Trae Young had with 56-point games. Trae Young had a 56-point game against the Portland Trailblazers earlier this year. LeBron just recently dropped 56 against the Golden State Warriors. So it's the most points any player scored this season. It's been a rash of 50-plus point games in the last week. The 60 points that he dropped is the most for a center since Shaq dropped 61. I mentioned this earlier in the video, dropped 61 against the Clippers back in March of 2000 on his 28th birthday. And he is just the fifth center in the history of basketball to have a 60-point game. He joins Shaquille O'Neal, Dave Robinson, who had 71 points in a game back on April 24th of 1994 against the Clippers. So the Clippers have been getting their ass, obliterated in this little timeline I'm doing right here. And George Mikan had a 61-point game. I can't remember who the hell it was against. But I believe he scored 61 of the Minneapolis Lakers' 81 points, which might be a record for highest percentage of points scored by one player on one team, even greater than Kobe's 81. And then Wilt Chamberlain, of course, the fifth guy. But of course, while each one of these guys had one 60-point game, Wilt scored 60 an unfathomable 32 fucking times in his career. 32 times Wilt Chamberlain scored 60 points or more. So anyway, just want to go ahead and give him his roses. Karl Anthony Towns, great performance. Tell me what you guys think.